Hey, how's it going? Welcome. It's me, John, again, Aussie, and I'm here. As you can see, I haven't done one of these for like 3 months. It was like 3 months ago that I uploaded some kind of TFNation update video. And TFNation's not that long away. I decided today I wanted to make another update because it has been 3 months and I thought it's time for another update. So, without further ado, let's get straight on into this. Also, it's got to be noted, I am definitely representing in this video because I bought a brand new t-shirt from the TFNation peeps from their online store. I am literally rocking a brand new t-shirt by the TFNation. This is the Truck and Monkey one. This was obviously from the year where Gary Chalk came. I missed out on, I didn't pick it up at the time. So I noticed the TFNation guys were basically advertising, selling some past t-shirts and other things from past events. The money for the merchandise and stuff like that goes towards basically the running of the convention, bringing in new people to help with the tech side and all that kind of thing, and also to buy new equipment like microphones and PA equipment and things like that. So yeah, I picked this up. So if anyone's interested, link will be in the description. Basically, I always, whenever I talk about TFNation, the link is always in the description for TFNation to the website, so you can check out the online store. So you can check it out. And also what I talk about in this video is also down there on the website. So everything I'm talking about in relation to TFNation is on the website. So always check out the website. Anyway, let's do this. So there is one really interesting thing I want to talk about because I have never spoken about this, and it was brought up on the last live stream where myself, Tony, son of SG1, and our good friend Adam White, we came together, we did the stream on my channel, this channel, and it went down really well, which I'm very glad about. He brought up a really cool thing, which I will be talking about in this video, and it is something that is quite important. This is more for international people coming from other countries to the UK. You need to be more mindful about possible things of this nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go really quickly through everybody I've already spoken about, and then I'm going to talk about 2 new guest announcements that has happened within the last month, give or take, maybe within the last month or so. So obviously, let's talk about the voice acting guests. So the voice acting guest, Evan Michael Lee. He was one of the first ones announced. Evan Michael Lee, he was the voice of Jazz in Transformers 1. Very, very much interested in checking out his panels. I am one of the people that really, really enjoyed Transformers 1. Of course, the second voice acting talent that was announced for TFNation 2025 is none other than Neil Kaplan. Neil Kaplan, he is an absolute legend within the voice acting industry. He is one of the big guns. He has been ever since being a kid, I've been following his works. He is known for playing Optimus Prime in 2001, Robots in Disguise. And of course, we are going to be joined by the legend, has to be said, Scott McNeil. He will be joining us, known for Beast Wars Transformers, as well as he's also voiced other characters in other Transformers series since Beast Wars as well. And of course, he is mostly known for his performances, voices in Beast Wars. He was the voice of Rat Trap, he was the voice of Waspinator, he was the voice of Dinobot, and also Rat Trap. And I am really over the moon to meet him this year. And of course, the next guest, which I have spoken about, she isn't a voice actress, but she is an actual on-screen actress. Sophia Miles will be in attendance at TFNation 2025. She was known for, she was in the Age of Extinction film, I believe. It is really, really cool that the TFNation guys are branching out like that. getting some actual on-screen talent as well. And that's all the actors and voice acting guests. Now, with all those mentioned, I'm now coming into the territory of two new ones. And the two new ones that I have not yet spoken about, I don't think, in video format. If I have, I do apologise for repeating myself, but I want to just make sure all the I's and the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed in regards to all the information that is out there. So, of course, it would not be TFNation without this man. It would not be TFNation without this man. It has to be said, the man, the myth, the legend, that is Mr. Jim Sorensen. Jim Sorensen. Yeah, man. He will be at TFNation 2025. He, at this point, like I say, it wouldn't be TFNation without Jim. You know, he is an absolute legend. He is known for, you know, he's mainly an author, but he's brought on for his incredible knowledge for Transformers, and he knows a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes. He's worked with some really cool people within Transformers that I've ever worked on Transformers. So yeah, he's really, really cool. He's a really nice guy, and yeah, it wouldn't be TFNation without Jim Sorensen and that incredible iconic hat of his. And then the last announcement, one of the newer guest announcements that was made in regards to TFNation 2025, is none other than, I've had to write this guy down because this is actually really quite cool. So basically, Marcello Materi, I apologise if I've butchered that name. He is an artist. He has done artwork as well as packaging art, and is a toy designer, done toy design work, and character designer. So he's worked on, as an artist, he's worked on Energon, Spotlight, Soundwave, Grimlock, and Metroplex, The Stunticon Job, and Shattered Glass #2. For packaging work, is done Armada, Age of the Primes, which is the current line. And then toy designer is worked on Universe, as well as Age of the Primes. Character designer, War for Cybertron 2010, and Rise of the Beasts. So he's done some pretty cool work. This is a pretty cool guest to have in regards to the toys. So he's literally worked on toy character design, toy character design for some of the lines, as well as an artist for comic books. He's pretty much kind of like all over the place when it comes to art and design. But that is, guest-wise, that is everybody that has currently been announced. But the thing I wanted to talk about before I bring this video to an end, I did just briefly mention about this, and a good friend that brought this up. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I've never spoken about this in the time of me making videos and making updates. Now, this is possibly something that has happened very recently, probably within the last year or so, this is a recent change. This is going out to anyone from international countries that is either that has been to a TFNation in the past or has yet to possibly come. You know, if you're coming from any sort of country outside of the UK and you are coming to the UK, then you need to you need to look up on your respected government website sources, because it seems there has been some change for some countries coming to the UK, something known as an ETA. What is this ETA? It is basically something that you have to apply for. And our good friend, my good friend Raymond, that is one of the people that I've met going to these conventions, is really, really cool. And he brought this up on our live stream that was made on my channel, where I was joined by, like I said, Tony, SG1, and Adam White. And this was one of the very last questions that was mentioned when we was live. If you're interested in checking out the full live stream, it will be in the bottom in the description below. The link will be there for you to check it out if you wish. You need to, if you're coming from an international country, from a European country, or it could be further afield, I would, before coming or part of your preparations basically in order to come to TFNation, in order to come to the UK, and if you're travelling from outside of the UK, from a different country, then you would have, I would urge people to make sure you check anything to do with like travel to the UK from another country. Now, ETA stands for Electronic Travel Authorisation. And it's basically kind of like a visa. It's kind of like a travel visa sort of deal. And you need to you can either download the app called an ETA app. It is on the UK government website. So if you want to check it out, here's a little thing here. So it's on the government website, the UK government website, about this whole ETA thing. If you're interested in reading it, and you are somebody coming from a different country, then it is mentioned. There is a dedicated page on the TFNation website. TFNation website, Billy and the team and everybody know about this whole situation. Try to kind of find out about this before you come to the UK for TFNation, before you come to attend, and you book all your accommodation and stuff like this. No doubt people would have done the homework, but there is always somebody out there that doesn't understand, or maybe, maybe doesn't do proper checks like this. I mean, I never even knew about this ETA thing until Raymond brought it up, and I wanted to just make that apparent in this update video so that all bases are covered. So this is for international travellers. You must check for an ETA thing if this is a thing that is for your country, or something similar. If you have to apply for anything that's possibly like a visa, a travel visa or whatever, a temporary visa or something, in order to come to the UK for TFNation from whatever country you're from, then please do your research. Please do your research. If you're not too sure, check out your respected government website for any information of travel information changes, like the government, like Gov UK for the UK and so on. And when it comes to international countries, so do your research. That's basically the point I'm trying to make, is do your research. Make sure you know that you need to do this before. You may need to do this. Go to the TFNation website, link is in the description as always. If you have any questions you need to ask in regards to travel information, accommodation, anything to do like that, when it comes to anything to do with the event, then please, by all means, email them. Email the team, because I am not affiliated with TFNation. I am just simply a fan, just like everybody else. I am attendee. I do not work with the TFNation crew. I do not do anything behind the scenes. I am not affiliated with TFNation in that way. I am just a fan and an attendee that has been going since the start of TFNation and before TFNation even became a thing. So I'm not affiliated, so do not ask me these questions because I don't know fully. The people you need to talk to in regards to anything to do with TFNation, either travelling to or any sorts of travel preparations, anything to do with the event, TFNation is probably your best bet. It's to get the best information you can get. But thank you very much indeed, Raymond, for mentioning this, because it was really quite an eye-opening thing to mention. And we subsequently did some research. But thank you. Take care. Thanks for watching. And I will see you at TFNation 2025 in August. See you soon. Bye-bye.